And she comes towards my mouth with a little device, looks like a little scooper, and she proceeds to scoop out whatever socket that's left in the dry sock. She scoops it out. I felt that to my, like, she went through the hole to my, I felt it. Hey brothers, me your sister, and I just realized I never, Dolly's here. I never told you about what happened after I got my wisdom teeth out. Okay, so it was a triggering event. Okay. I guess, see, it's this cup is true. I am a dog person because she's just all of him. All right, Dolly. Yes, we can stare out the window together. So, okay, brother. Hi, Dolly. I was triggered. Okay. So, it's the weekend. We're all like corona-teamed, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make my adult tea. And my adult tea, real quick, you know, brother, is fresh ginger, fresh turmeric. Now I'm putting turmeric in it. Honey, apples, oranges, lemon juice, Fireball, because it's the weekend. You act like you drink Fireball. Fill it up with water, add different kind of seasonings. Like during the holidays, I would do like pumpkin spice seasoning, and I add a little bit of cloves today. And the holes in the clove seasoning packet is, the holes are bigger. So I put too much cloves in it, and whoa, triggered my memory. Okay, so the tea is really good. I've been drinking my big old pot of tea in my dog person cup all day. It's been a good day. It feels so good going now. Okay, so anyway, brother, I was triggered. Okay, let me tell you the reason why I was triggered. So, the reason, you know, well, maybe you don't know. So the reason I had to get my wisdom teeth out was because I was eating a breakfast sandwich, and some piece of something was in it. I bit down on it. Ow! Yeah, Dolly, it hurt my teeth. It's like, ow! And I had chipped my wisdom tooth. This happened on Halloween. I remember this specifically. It happened on Halloween, which is a Thursday. Following Monday, that was the first time I was able to get into the dentist. They were like, yeah, you chipped your wisdom tooth. You need to go ahead and get those removed. No need for us to repair it. I'm like, okay. Okay. Sorry, Dolly. You're like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. So I get my x-ray done, and it was determined that I would need to be put under to get the teeth out. And they said, all my teeth are out. I only had 3 of the 4. All my teeth are out, and they're already out, so it'll be easy. They can just pull them out. Be good to go. So, I'm laughing because I'm remembering some of the things. All right, so I get to the dentist's office, the oral surgeon's office. Well, first, like, I don't like listening to voicemail. I don't. And if you leave me a voicemail, I may listen to it, I may not. And because I don't like listening to voicemail, Dakota's here now. Because I don't like listening to voicemails, like, it gets full, and I'm like, ugh. Yeah, so anyway, I guess the oral surgeon office tried to call me, and my voicemail is full. I missed the call, so I get there. I call beforehand. My appointment, I think, was at 10:30. I call first thing in the morning to find out, like, to confirm my appointment's at 10:30. And to, make sure, like, we're still on track, we're still on schedule. Do I need, like, what time do I need to show up by? And when we get there, the lady was like, well, I tried to call you and leave you a voicemail. And I'm thinking, what? That whole statement doesn't mean anything right now. Like, I'm nervous. I'm about to go under. Never been under before. What's the point of you, Karen, for telling me that? Didn't mean anything. Anyway, so I just had to point that out. So, yes, so we get there. I get there super early. I get there by like 10, and they immediately take me back. And I remember it was a Friday. I had on my jeans. They said wear something like you don't really care about in case, you know, you bleed or whatever. So I wore a red shirt. And I had on my Air Force Ones. And I remember when the surgeon came in, he was like, all right, those are nice Air Force Ones. Those are nice shoes. I like them. I was like, yeah. And at this point, I've already been under for, like, I'm going under. And I was like, yeah, you gotta be fly on Fridays. I do remember that. And I remember, okay, brother, this is funny. Okay, so I remember, like, they gave me the first little, the laughing gas, whatever, like, to get me relaxed. And so I'm laying down, and I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. So I'm laying down, and I hear, like, the heart rate monitor. Beep, boop, boop. Right. boop. All of a sudden, I don't hear it no more. And I'm like, am I dead? So then I realized it kicks back on. I was like, oh, it's a pattern. So here's the analytical side of me coming out like, okay, I need to figure what's the pattern? How many times do I hear the beep, beep, beep before I don't hear the beep and then I don't need to be worried? Ridiculous. So now I can't relax because now I know like something's going on. Crazy. Okay, so yes, I get my teeth pulled out. It was done really quickly. They said no issues whatsoever. And the timing of this thing, oh my gosh, so I had to get it out because my tooth was chipped. So like I'm brushing my teeth every day, but stuff is probably still getting like in my gums and stuff that shouldn't be. So I think because the tooth was chipped, because the tooth was chipped, excuse me, no corona. But because, ooh, I'm ashy. Now all this washing your hands is good. You wash your hands, but I need to get some stock in lotion or something because I'm using so much more lotion. Okay, anyway, so where was I at? I don't lost my train of thought. Oh yes, brother, because my tooth was chipped. I'm sure it was harder to get out than the other two, so I had to get stitches. I had stitches in my mouth from where they extracted the wisdom tooth. So everything's going well for the most part. Oh, and the eating, brother. Oh my gosh, so you can't sip out of anything. I was eating with my tongue for like a good 2 weeks. Like you would eat, like I would take a spoonful of something and then like try to smash it on the roof of my mouth with my tongue, like to like soften the texture of the food so I could swallow it because I can't really chew. And even now, like this has been, okay, so I got my wisdom teeth out January 24th, almost 2 months ago. And like now, like if I chew gum, like it still feels weird. I'm missing my teeth. It feels so weird. But anyway, let me get to the nitty gritty. What I really want to tell you. All right, so I got the stitches. I'm being extra careful, super cautious, and the timing of it was like terrible. Like I had a new staff member start, so I was training. I was getting training because of the new position. Now it's time to prepare for month end. I was in so much pain, and I was taking the pain medicine, but I was still in pain. And people were telling me, like, you shouldn't be in pain this much longer. You shouldn't be in pain. I'm like, oh, well, let me call the surgeon. Let me call them back and find out what can they do. So I call them back. They tell me I could come in, and they say I had a case. It wasn't severe, but I had a case of dry socket. Like part of the socket was still in the hole, and this was the part. So it was my bottom right tooth that got chipped. And that was the one that got the stitches, and that was the one that was like causing me pain. And so she was like, yeah, we can give you some medicine for that. I'm like, okay. What they didn't tell me was how they was going to give me the medicine. So she's like, yeah, what we'll do is like, she's explaining to me what they're going to do. Like, okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to remove the socket and then we'll pack it with medicine. Okay. So I'm waiting for a shot, you know, like if you go to get like a cavity filled, you get a shot. There was no shot. So I'm sitting down. It's about to be a little graphic. So I'm sitting down or laying down at that point in the chair. And she comes towards my mouth with a little device, looks like a little scooper. And she proceeds to scoop out whatever socket that's left in the dry socket. She scoops it out. I felt that to my, like she went through the hole to my, I felt it. Thinking about it now, my eyes are tearing up. I felt it. And she did that like 2-3 times. It was terrible, Dolly. I wanted to hit somebody. I really wanted, I was so angry. Tears are welling up, and I got like, I'm spitting up blood, and I'm just, I wanted to hit, like she was in it, and like the pain, oh my gosh, it was a different kind of pain than what I was feeling before, but now the pain I feel now is the pain from you all up in my socket, taking my, so she's like, okay, now we're going to pack the socket with medicine. Please do it quickly, thank you. And she's like, oh, some people have told me that this tastes like Christmas, and I'm like, oh, we just had the holidays, it tastes like Christmas. I'm thinking it's going to taste like sugar cookies. Try not to cuss on these videos, but that ain't taste like no it was cloves. It tasted like cloves. So I had cloves in my mouth, like the seasoning cloves. That's what it tasted like in my mouth, overpowering everything. I got in the car, texted Leo, and told him, yes, I want to hit somebody. I want to go up and just punch somebody in the face, because the level of pain that I was feeling after her getting my socket pulled out and then having it impacted, pushed in with cloves. I wanted to hit somebody so bad. So bad. So now every time I smell cloves, I'm thinking, I get a sensation of my socket being pulled out. And the taste of and I tasted that medicine all day. It was so disgusting. Trying to eat broccoli and cheddar soup and can't even taste the soup. All you taste is cloves, and the little pieces of it started coming out. So then I'm like, what's in my mouth? Cloves. Ooh. If I ever see that lady on the street, I may have to, you know what? It's like, you caused me so much pain. Like, I still remember. It was terrible. Woo. But fortunately, in my mug, even though there's flavors of Coke, I can't even say it because I hate it. Even though there's flavor of cloves in my tea, it's countered by the flavor of Fireball. And it's so good. All right, brother. That was the story about my wisdom teeth. A long story, but you know, I can never just like get right to the story. I have to tell you, I have to take you on the scenic route. Get you a feel of what I'm feeling. And you know what? It kind of attests to, like, you know, I'm an accountant. Accountants by nature are moral individuals. We're ethical, and therefore we can't lie. We can't. So whenever a story is in my head, I have to tell you exactly how the story occurred. And this is how the story occurred. You gotta go with me through the journey. And you have to feel my pain. Did you hurt when I talked about how she dug into the socket? Ooh. If I'm ever feeling mad and I need to, like, let something out, I know what her face looks like. She was a nice lady. But I know what her face looks like. All right. I need to go fill up my drink because I'm about to get upset. Have a great day, brother. Be safe where you're at. Miss you. And I never really say this to you because you're my brother and you're gross, but love you, brother. Okay, I'm done. Okay, done. Bye.